Okay. So, you actually can in a 356 put it into two gears at once. There's reverse, and there's third gear. Now, what's going to happen? You can't do it. So, the only thing that saves us here is the fact that these two shafts are opposite each other. So, you know, your selector can't overdo that. Theoretically. I mean, there's probably somebody that could.
From Ossie Brothers, we got a transmission once that was stuck in reverse. We've been in an accident, and the inertia of the heavy sleeve
just
put it in reverse.
So it was either in reverse all the time, or you put it into two gears.
Yeah, you had all the other gears. Well, you couldn't put it in second and third. You put it fourth and fifth.
Right.
Like it just demonstrated. But that was very easy to fix. You do the badge and you just go.
Yeah, you see some interesting things on the cars that have been in accidents because of inertia and you know the driver and his feet and his arm moving forward or different things like that and so forth. So anyway, when you shift, here's John was asking, how does it stay in here? The synchro ring, to get it to shift, the synchro ring has to squeeze in, and as the sleeve goes over, and as the synchro ring squeezes in, then it expands back out into a groove inside the slider. And that's what holds the car in here. So when we have a car with a really badly worn synchro ring, then it can jump in and out of here. Because there's no synchro to expand back into the slider to keep it in. There is no, the synchro ring is the thing that actually holds it in here. Okay?
So what breaks first on this assembly? And how would you feel when you drive it?
What breaks on this assembly here, usually the pinion bearing will go bad and will make noise. The other thing that will happen, which is real common, especially in the older 356 transmissions, they used a real thin shim for its pinion depth, and on and off the gas pounds that shim out and spits the shim out like toothpaste. You know, and sometimes you take these things apart and you want to try to measure the shim, and it's like tin foil that's kind of all like that, and you can't even get a measurement on it. So you got to start over again. So, and that's pretty common, especially in 644, 716. It was not unusual to see a 1000 shim, 1500 shim, and you know, on and off the gas. Because when you're on the gas, these things are trying to push themselves apart from the ring gear. The ring gear and pinion are trying to. And when you're off the gas, decelerating, they're trying to draw themselves into each other. So this action on and off the gas, shoving the differential back and forth, shoving the pinion shaft in and out, theoretically, it just spits the shims out.
On this now, when you want to change this 741 to 644, you just change these three shifting.
Right. If you had a 741 gearbox and you wanted to do a 644 nose cover, fit into your A car, we change the shafts and the nose cover and the hot.
Did they make improvements, let's say, to the next generation of transmission? Or the little shim that was in there?
Yes. By these times, most of the time on these, you'll see a shim that's 3000, 3500. Still a little too thin. Kind of the cool thing now is that shim is exactly the same dimension as a 911 cam shim or alternator shim, which is 0.50. I always use those when I can because they're stronger.
You make up the difference in the gas.
You make the difference up in the gas.
Plus you save time in case you miss and try to get it too close. Then you don't have to go back again and disassemble.
There have been a couple times where we had some unusual situations and you get a really nice pattern. We had no gasket at all here. That's okay. As long as you get it sealed, you know, so it doesn't leak. The factory uses no sealant on their gaskets, and which kind of helps for the anti-corrosive nature of a good leaky transmission.
Oh, that's not.
So if you want to know why your transmission seat just kind of help it keep from corroding. You got to look at the positives here. You know? So that's what's happening. This is first gear. Again, that would be 4 to 1. Second would look like this. Maybe 3 to 1. Back to neutral. Third gear.
Now, is there any shivving required on these sliders to make sure that they put the seat rolls? That covers all.
Just adjustment.
Say again?
Adjustment. The detents here, which is a ball into a groove on the shaft,
Okay.
a spring and then the plug.
Right.
That's a detent for neutral. So the adjustment is, go back to the fourth gear here, see how fast the pinion shaft goes. The detent adjustment is important. So when we adjust, you're looking at, the center of the detent. We're looking at that. We're looking at the end float on the gear, so that we have that right. So
Well, how do you adjust a detent?
you don't. You have to use the detent where it's at.
Right.
So then you look at that before.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you can loosen those up and move them back and forth. Okay.
That's a pretty good adjustment there. Again, and every gear will have end floats. We're looking for end floats. Yeah, that was adjusted well.
And so the adjustments, those large bolts on the top.
Yeah, the 2 8mm bolts right now. So there's a lot going on here. Each of the freewheeling gears has to freewheel, so you can be in one of the other gears. And when you select that gear, you're locking it down to the pinion shaft when it goes. So you're locking the pinion shaft in. Okay? So you lock the pinion shaft in, and that's when you're in a gear. You hard connected the main shaft to the pinion shaft.